All right, traders, welcome to today's webinar. This is Jim Simmons with NeuroStreet Trading Academy, head of education here, and excited to be here with you. We've got some really great things that we've been doing here at NeuroStreet, and would love to have you be part of what we're doing here as well. So we're going to go through it. I'm going to spend some time talking trading, talking the industry, and giving you a really great solution that I think will be right up your alley and should be what most of you are looking for. So we're going to go through it. Really good stuff to show you here. So how to get funded and stay consistent as a day trader. That's really what we're looking for. I think most of our traders fit into that category, right? So we're going to be looking at that today. Before we go into anything, of course, we do need to post our disclaimer. Can't guarantee results. Would love to be able to, but I cannot. And products and services are for educational purposes. Please understand the risks of trading. If we're all good on that, give me a yes in the chat box and we will move on. Everybody good? Cool. All right. So, show of hands. How many of you are sick of failing your prop evaluations? Just type a eval if you're sick of failing your evals. Yeah, sick of failing the darn evals. Bombing them left and right. Yeah, a lot of yeses coming in. If you aren't familiar with a prop evaluation, don't worry, we got you covered. We're going to go through that as well. So if you're not familiar with the concept, no worries, we got you covered. How many of you wish you'd stop losing your funded accounts? Maybe you've gotten funded before, maybe you're funded right now, but you're teetering in deep into drawdown territory. And you're looking at the writing on the wall going, it's just a matter of minutes before I'm kicked out of another funded account, right? Yeah. Stop losing in general. Yeah. Yeah. Worried about the PAs for sure. Absolutely. How many of you wish you could just scale and make some money and scale your funded accounts once and for all and finally get paid for all this effort, all this time, all this money that you have put into the industry? That's where most of our traders come to us. Now, if you are new to trading and you have not embarked on this treacherous journey deep into eval territory, you're lucky. Consider yourself lucky that you found us before you went through all of that. Okay. Because I would say probably 90+% of our traders have been there, done that, got the t-shirt that says, I keep losing and I can't stand it. Right. So what we specialize here at NeuroStreet is helping traders get funded with prop companies. Okay. Not only do we specialize in it, like anybody could say that, right? Anybody could say, oh yeah, we sure, yeah, we do that. But the question is, are there traders actually making real money? That's the question, because that's what we want. We don't want to just get funded. We don't even want to just stay funded. We want to get paid. We want to get a payout. Okay, so how much have you made since joining NSTA? We asked 100 clients. No, I'm just kidding. We asked a bunch. And here's what they told us. John made 12,000 in 6 months. Kenneth made 1,000 across all of the accounts. Lance made 15,000 in the stage of building my funded accounts, over 40K so far. Sammy, 3,000. Bill, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, two funded accounts, made 5K in 3 months, and tripled my trading account. Thanks so much, GAP. Now, what is GAP? GAP is the Global Assets Prop Program. That's what we call our academy program. Okay. Still at break even though I got 5 evals up, 455 first day, so still on their way. What about a true story? Let's look at a true story. This is something that a trader sent in to us. And I believe in leading with this stuff because it's important to know, like I say, anybody can say they do something, but to actually be able to back it up and show that they do it is a totally different story. Okay. So here's a trader story before NSTA, which stands for NeuroStreet Trading Academy, which is us. Deposited 10,000 into Ninja and off to the races, but 2 weeks later, my account was at zero. I know some in the room even have a larger number, maybe an extra zero in there. Look, we've heard it all, and there's been some rough numbers that I've heard that traders have lost. Okay, so what happened after? Okay, so before and after, I finally stopped losing and started profiting. That sounds pretty good. I've finally been able to withdraw just shy of 30,000 thanks to completely to my time with Gap, the trading room, and the few algos that I own. There's not enough thanks in the world that I could extend to the whole NeuroStreet team for being there for us traders. That is some powerful stuff. That is powerful. This isn't like, oh, look at so-and-so who's driving a Lamborghini but lives in his mom's basement and made it all overnight. That's not what this is. This trader didn't get there overnight. This isn't to try to paint the picture that like you're going to be an overnight success. No, probably not. Like, we're going to shoot straight with you. We're going to tell you like it is. Can we help you get there? 100%. Absolutely. I believe that to my core, because we're seeing traders that are getting through this process and they're getting funded. So, as far as timing is always a question that comes up. Well, how long does it take? It takes as long as it's going to take. Everybody's different, right? So we'll talk about that. How many of you wish I'd launch into a long, drawn-out sales pitch? I don't see any yeses coming in. Exactly. No, thank you. All right. So instead, we're going to look at winning trade strategies. We're going to actually go through a strategy together. I'm going to give you one of our strategies. Literally going to give it to you as a gift for spending your time here with us today. Okay. We're going to look at trade examples. We're going to look at results. Why? Because why should you listen to me? Show me. Prove that you can do what you say you can. Seeing is believing, right? Maybe you've been burned before. Maybe you came to this event and you're like, oh, another event, another webinar, another guru that's just knows everything about trading, that's no better off, right? Been there before. It looked so amazing. So you bought it. You thought it's the greatest thing in the world. Turns out it wasn't great. And you're still looking for the answer. How many of you are still looking for the answer? Give me a yes in the chat box if that's you. Yeah. So if I can show you a way that works. Now, it's not going to be an overnight success. It's not going to be all wins. We take losses. We have losing days. We have winning days, more winnings than losing, thankfully. But we can help you. That's the reality. Doesn't need to be perfect, but it does need to help you make money, right? So if that's you, we got you covered. Let's go over it. So the first thing I want to cover here, we're going to talk about our VWAP touch and go strategy. Before we even get into it, we have 108 trades clocked on this strategy. We're hitting 3 out of 4. Okay, it's a pretty good win rate. What does it equate to in dollars and cents? It's about a 2-point profit factor. How do I know that? I track every trade, and they're all put into a journal, and that's what the equity curve looks like. Dollar amounts don't matter. Everybody trades different dollar amounts. I'm not here to tell you about dollars and cents. I'm just here to show you an example of something that works that we trade together in our trade room every day. Sound good? So here's the basics idea of it, and then we're going to go a little deeper into it here. So the idea behind this trade, how many of you are familiar with VWAP, volume weighted average price? Okay, it's based on the daily volume profile. Most of you are probably familiar with it, right? We've got VWAP. That looks like up, but it's actually a V. Okay. So what we're doing here, we've got standard deviations on either side of VWAP. Okay, standard deviations. These are set to 0.3. I don't know why that did that, but that's a 3, sort of. Okay, 0.3. 0.3 deviations on either side. What this is doing for us, it's creating a channel. Call this our area of interest. This is where we are interested in trading. When the market comes into our channel, we are interested in trading out of the channel. Pretty simple. What's our signal? We need a break of a lower high coming out of VWAP. So we're looking at, okay, here's a pivot candle. This had a higher high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, break. That's our signal to get in. Stop goes below the low, target 1-to-1. That's it. And we hit about 75% of these trades, roughly. Okay. What about this side? Let's look at it from the short perspective. Pivot, there's the lower low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, break. Stop goes above the high, coming out of the VWAP channel, target 1-to-1. That's it. It's probably the easiest thing that you may have even seen. There is an algo for the entry. It's called Springboard, but Springboard does not locate VWAP for you. So if you have a Springboard, what you could do is you could turn it on as soon as you get into VWAP and say, I want to trade long. You could do that. That's literally the signal. Let's look at a trade example, and then we're going to go over the rules some more. Okay, but I want to show you a couple examples of the trade. So let's dive into it. Here we go. Let me share my sound so you can hear me. Now, Zoom just did this huge update, and I just love it so much. I just wish they had updated to this version so much sooner. And if you can't sense my sarcasm, they moved everything around and they just messed me all up. All right, here we go. I found it. Okay, so let's watch this video and then we will see what we got. All right, so we've got a possible VWAP trade here. Market's clearly bullish on the higher time frame, so we're aligned there. EMAs are above the VWAP, so we're good there. Go ahead and start getting this ready and plotted out. So right now we're at about 19 ticks, depending on where this closes. And still waiting for the candle close to put the order on. So not a trade just yet. All right, so we got the order on. We'll see if we can get the break. Targets within range to the highs. We do have kind of a supply zone up here, but this has already kind of filled in this. Just looking at it, I think we're probably pretty good on this target. We might need to dip down just a tad, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, awesome. Nice trade. Clean. Good stuff. Possible VWAP short here. Clearly very bearish on the higher time frame, so we're good there. EMAs are below VWAP, so we're fine there. All right, so let's get our brackets sort of reset here. I change the number of contracts, and that just closed. So let's go ahead and put the order on, and we are ready to go. Let's see if we get the break. Okay, awesome. Got another win in the books. Good stuff. So there you go. A couple examples of some real trades that we took together. These are trades from the trade room. We've got a possible VWAP trade here. Pipe down there, guy. These are trades that we took in our trade room together. Okay, so here's the idea. Here's the pivot, higher high, lower high, lower high, lower high. We trade the breakout of that candle coming out of the VWAP channel, which is this right here. We have a 9 and a 20 EMA. So exponential moving averages are built into every trade platform you can find. The VWAP, you can put standard deviations on it if you have it in NinjaTrader, or if you don't, you can use it in TradingView, but you would need you'd need a data subscription or something like that to use it real time. Or you can just come into our trade room and we'll plot it for you. Simple, right? So what are the rules, the actual rules? Well, let's break it down. We've got a 5-minute chart. Why 5-minute? Because it works the best. Not a 1 minute, not a 3 minute, not a 2 minute, not a volume, 5-minute chart. Okay. We've got a daily VWAP with a 0.3 standard deviation on either side. There's a 9 and a 20 exponential moving average. That's our chart. The bullish signal. How do we know we're bullish? If the 9 and 20 are above VWAP. Okay. So 9 and 20 have to be over the VWAP. The market creates lower highs on at least 2 candles. So we want to see in a bullish environment, we're coming down. Here's our pivot. Let's say this is our pivot candle. And we put in a lower high. We put in another lower high. So that's 2 lower highs. Okay. If we break, let's say this is our VWAP channel down here. And we came into VWAP. And we came out and we're going to trade the break of this high coming out. Or if we have another candle, then we just move our breaking point to this high, and we just trade the breakout. That's it. Of course, EMAs would be, up above the VWAP. Say that's our VWAP. And that's it. Trade the breakout of the pivot of the high. That's not a pivot candle, but just trade the breakout of the lower high. That's a typo. Cross those out. Okay. Those are the rules. The one thing that you do want to know is if it breaks the opposite side of the VWAP channel, don't trade it. It's no longer valid. So if this is our VWAP channel, this is our kind of our central line, kind of looks like a road. But the market's coming down, coming down, coming down, breaks the other side, and then goes, no trade. Don't trade it. So you want it to come into the VWAP channel, but not break it. You want it to respond. What we're looking for is the market needs to respond out of the VWAP, prove that it's going to show out of the VWAP, and we're good to go. Yeah, and it's not value area high, value area low. This is different. This is actually just standard deviations. So I'll show you, I can show you in TradingView real quick too. So pre-trade market moves into VWAP channel, and then you're looking to trade either bullish or bearish based on the conditions. Stop goes beyond the low. Let's go to an image. Okay. Here's an example. Pivot, lower high, lower high, lower high. Break of this candle. We're in it to win it. Came out of the VWAP channel. Stop goes below the swing low right there. How far below? The way that we do it, you don't have to do it this way, is from here to here, we add about 50% below that. You don't have to make it that complicated. That's how we plot it out together in the trade room. But that's the trade. It just needs to go below the low. You want to give yourself some room in case they sweep the low and then go without you. So you want to give yourself a little bit of breathing room down there. Okay. That's the trade. Anybody have any questions on that? It's pretty simple, right? There's really not much to it. Pretty straightforward. There was a great trade today on NQ. Yep, best target. The best thing that I've seen is risk reward multiples. Yeah, it's real simple, right? Risk reward multiples. So here's an example of a trade I took today on VWAP. This was after the trade room closed. So I was kind of mentioning, hey, keep an eye out for NQ and ES coming into VWAP. We might get a trade out of there. New highs came down. So here's the high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. There's the break. Stop goes below the low. Target 1-to-1. I let this one run for a little while. Frankly, wish I had stuck with it a little longer. They were running this afternoon. I just, thought, well, I'll take a trade on this and good to go. So that's the trade. Pretty straightforward. Take a screenshot if you want. Otherwise, we'll send you the recording to this as well, and you can go back and watch this again. And like I say, we trade this together in our trade room. So yeah, good stuff. Cool. Which ones can you trade it on? That's a great question too, and it's something I forgot to mention. So we trade it primarily on NQ, ES, RTY, and crude. It works on all those brilliantly. You can trade it on Forex. You can trade it on gold, although you need to be very careful when there's news on those markets because they won't trade as well off of the news. Okay. Bitcoin, absolutely. Yeah, all of them. Anything. Why no YM? Yeah, good question. I don't like it. That's the short version. That's the real answer. No, it's a performance thing. My performance on YM just wasn't as good, so I just cut it out to simplicity. Yeah. Simplicity is the answer when it comes to trading. The simpler you can make your life, the more money you're going to make. I know as traders, we tend to try to overcomplicate things. You don't have to do that. Okay. All right. How many of you came here wishing someone could show you how to fix all of your trading problems? Can it be automated? Possibly. Possibly. We will look at that. That is something that is on the radar for sure. Yeah. Yeah, let's fix some trading challenges. Let's talk about what some of those things are. What do we need to overcome as traders? Getting rid of bad habits, right? A lot of these type of things. The first problem, money, should be the first problem because we want to make money. You nailed it, Dan. There's another one coming on that. Trade strategy. I've given you one. We've got about 4 that we trade together in the room, and they're all excellent, excellent. By the end of the year, Shane, it's coming. They're working on it right now. Yeah. It's mostly done. It's just putting all the back end stuff together at this point. Emotions. There you go for Dan. Confidence, double-edged sword, and execution. Okay, so those are the problems that every trader faces at one point or another. How do we overcome them? What if I told you we could solve every one of these for you? That may not happen overnight, but we can start on it right now. Like right now. We can give you an answer to every one of these. I know you want that. That's why you're here. But are you ready? Like, are you really ready to fix the issues that you know that are haunting you? Because that's the question, right? If you are ready right now, we can help you. If you're not ready yet, that's okay. But get there. Because I promise you, getting to the other side of this equation is going to be way better for you as a trader. Okay, so if you're struggling, you don't have to. So why are you here? No, you're needy. Oh, I'm not. All right, you've got needs, right? You've got desires, you've got wants. What are they? You want to win. Now, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but so far I don't think anybody's corrected me on that. You want to win, but you need to solve some problems in order to do so. Okay, so that's what we're going to look at. Let's go back in time. We're going to go back to day one. You saw your first trading chart and you started drooling and you're like, this is the greatest thing ever, right? Day one, why do you trade? Why did you get into trading in the first place? The dream was to make more money, more importantly, to make it in less time. Now, again, you can correct me if you want, but so far I haven't been corrected on that one. More money, less time. Trading can give you that. It can. It can give you more money and less time. This is the idea that you want to replace an income. You want to supplement your income. You want to have some income for retirement. You want to be more remote. You want to be able to travel. You want to be able to trade from anywhere. But the idea was that you can make an 8 to 10 hour income in 1 to 2 hours a day, which you certainly can. There's someone in the room who's doing just that and does quite well. So probably a few of you in here. The reality is there's no money made for most traders. They're not making anything. They're spending endless time studying the charts. They're studying different trade strategies. They're studying different gurus and gadgets. And don't get me wrong, we got some great stuff around here too. But a trader's focus tends to be on tech and strategy. Now, if that is what you are focused on as a trader, that's good. You need these things. But what do you think is more important than tech and strategy? Discipline. Bingo. Process equals execution. The biggest one of all, you. Emotions. So many traders focus on these things because they think that's where the money is. That's where the money is. And don't get me wrong, you need these things. But if you have I could give you the greatest strategy in the world. But if you are a train wreck as a trader, you will not make money because you will constantly overindulge on the trades. You'll over leverage, you'll overtrade, you'll revenge trade, you'll just spin yourself in circles until whatever it is that you are trading doesn't even closely resemble what I gave you from day one, right? Been there, done that. How do I know? I've been trading for 16 years. I've learned the hard way. We're trying to help you avoid that. So usually the reality is, rookie Brady versus veteran, although rookie Brady wasn't even all that bad, The reality, no money, endless time, and more money spent trying to solve problems. So let's get into that. Let's solve some problems here right now, today. Want number one, give me some of that sweet prop firm money, baby. I want it. I want to get paid out. I want to stop failing the evals. I want to stop losing prop accounts. I want to start scaling my prop accounts and add more prop accounts and trade 20 accounts here and then 10 accounts there and then another 20 accounts over there and then another 10 accounts here. Can it be done? Yes. What? Did you know that you could trade multiple prop firms at the same time? We have someone in our community that does it. Probably trades 20 accounts on Apex. In fact, I know that. Bull and Ox. Let's just rattle them off, right? There's so many out there. Take Profit, Top Step Trader. These are all just ones that, might even connect to Rhythmic. There is a trade copier. It is slick. It is a platformless trade copier. You don't need Ninja. And you can say, I want to trade Apex. I want to trade Bull and Ox. It is ETP. That's correct. I want to trade Take Profit. I want to trade Top Step. I want to trade this whole prop shop trader thing that's coming. It's going to be amazing. I want to trade all of these at the same time. Cool. You can do that. The what? Same exact time. You execute on one account on Apex or Flexi or any of these other ones, and it will copy to every single account based on how much you tell it to do. You can also percent different accounts differently. Let's say one account's a 250, the other one's a 50, and you want to size those differently, of course. You put a percent marker in there. You say, I want to, trade 20% of my normal size. Yeah, we're talking like next level stuff. We can show you how to do that. First, got to get you making money on one account first, right? Let's get you up to speed. Let's get you making $100 a day. And then we go to $1,000 a day and then 5,000. And you can trade a cash account. You would have to do that with another trade copier, which you could use Quant Tower or you could use Ninja. And what you would do then is you would copy from Rhythmic. That would trade a Rhythmic account in, let's say, Ninja. And then that would copy to your brokerage account. But you'd have to have multi connection too with Ninja. But yes, it can be done. Absolutely. But you need more prop firm trading, right? You need risk management. If you're blowing out prop evals, there's two primary reasons that happens. One is over leveraging on trades, not having the right risk management. And the other is not having the right strategy, which we're going to talk about as well. Money management. ETP, I don't think it works with Tradeovate. Reach out to their support. If not, I'm sure it's on their radar. Yeah. Money management. How do you manage the money? How do you manage it when you're in an eval versus a funded account? How do you manage the money when you have 5K in your funded account versus 50K? How do you do that? We teach you that. Okay. Because we're not just here to make money tomorrow and then blow it all. Drawdown management. How many of you have successfully traded out of a drawdown? Anybody here ever successfully traded out of a drawdown? Yeah, we got some that are, some that aren't. Okay. Here's the thing. You need to plan for the drawdown. It will happen. It is all but certain. It's part of trading. You got winning trades, you have losing trades. How do you trade when you're down? Because the reality is anybody could trade pretty well when they're winning and they're feeling good and they make better decisions. It's when they're down that they usually self-sabotage, right? So part of it is having a plan. We help you put that plan together so you know how to, okay? Scaling multiple prop accounts. How do you scale those, right? You want consistent, problem number 2, strategy. You want consistent profit. I'm going to show you our trade logs because these, are a couple weeks ago. Stocks. We have a stocks room and we have a futures trade room. We trade the markets live in front of everybody. There we go. So we fast forward to July. We've got from February until now, we've got 2 main strategies we trade in stocks. Both of them hit about 74% win rates. Pretty good. We've got over 1,100 trades clocked. So these numbers, while I would love to say they go up and down a lot, there's really not much variance between the win rates. If you were to look at, like, say, a 25 trade average or something. But solid. What have you done for me lately? 9 out of 12. So about 75%. Good stuff. So that's our stocks room. What about futures? What about it? 70% blended win rate across multiple strategies. Last 2 months, we've been hitting about 73% win rates. we're doing well. We had a couple months there, it dipped a little bit, and then we went right back up. July obviously just started. So these are our four main strategies. Sorry, these three. Technically, this is 2 in 1. So these are our main strategies. This one's still pretty new. This number will go up. And there's our VWAP lately, 111 trades, 73, 74%. And then our CWAPs, which is an anchored VWAP, which is fantastic. And we've hit 40 out of the 51 trades. So pretty solid start there. Hopefully that number continues to be the case. But hey, even if it's 75%, am I going to cry? No, I'm going to be pretty happy with 75%. And you look at this and you go, well, that's all well and good. Win rate's only, a small sliver of the true measure of a trade. What is the other? Yeah, exactly. What's the risk reward? Risk reward is set at 1-to-1 on all the trades. Let me fix this to black. There, that's not black. Give me black. There we go. 1-to-1 risk reward. So that means if we risk $1, our goal is to make $1 on every trade. Okay. So if we're 1-to-1, and if we can maintain a 66% win rate, that means we have a 2.0 profit factor. Some of you might not be familiar with profit factor. That's okay. We'll go through it briefly. Basically, that means if you add up all of the losses, let's say all of the losses equals 10K. I'm just going to use round numbers. Then that means all of the winners equals 20K, which means you made 10K on those trades. Okay. Another way to look at it is you've probably heard the old adage, trade 2-to-1 risk reward. How many of you have heard that before? Trade 2-to-1 minimum. And as long as you hit 50% of your trades, you've got a 2-point profit factor. Well, that works for some, and that's great. For me, I like 1-to-1. Why? Because my win rate's better and I don't feel like a loser. It's a psychology thing for me. It's still a 2.0 profit factor. The result's the same. So it's an expectancy issue, right? That's what works for me. There are some trades you can get more out of. Some of these liquidity block and order block trades, you can get a lot of money out of these. Oops. And some of the VWAP trades as well. Heck, even CWAP. I'm sure you could probably leave runners on some of these if you want to. There is a time to leave runners on in trading with prop firms. And we will show you when to do that. Okay, so we've told you the win rates. We've showed you the trades, right? Win, lose, they're all in there. But what about the actual trades, right? Anybody could put a bunch of trades on a log and say, look at my trades, I'm so good. No, we have every trade. I'm going to zoom out here for a little bit. Every trade we have taken that is on that log is also here with images that will show you the entries and the exits. Outside bar strategy, there is one. Ready set's actually kind of an inside bar of sorts. This is actually order block, not outside bar. Yeah, sorry. I know I kind of thought about that one. I was like, do I really want to abbreviate it that way? But it's a order block, which is actually this one. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, this would be this is actually a liquidity block. But anyway, but these are all of our trades. Every trade we've taken is in here. Win, lose, draw, they're all here. We do this for transparency's sake. Here's an order block. This is an area that caused a break of structure. Market comes back up. Why? Because market is expensive. There is supply at those levels. How do we know that? Because the market showed it was expensive when it pivoted and then broke. So we would expect the sellers to defend that position. So that's one of our trades. So anyway, they're all in here for transparency's sake. That way you can hang your hat on the fact that these are real numbers with real trades. And we've traded 99% of these in front of our traders. Every once in a while, we catch one that kind of goes after hours, but most of them are obviously during the trade room. So real trade results, very important to do that. So if you want consistent profit, if you're wondering, why am I losing? Why am I breaking even? It's partially, yeah, I'll share this with you. Hang on, let me go back there. Trade room log. You won't be able to edit, obviously, but you can go in there and view it. And then if you want to save it, you're welcome to save a copy of it. And you can use this or put your numbers in there or whatever you want to do. So there you go. I'll even give you the trade images. Here, let's see. Let me share this one too. There you go. Cool. That's everything. Either you don't believe in yourself, you don't believe in your system. Your system might suck, and that could be why you don't believe in it. And that's understandable. It's not always the trader, but you want to guess how many times it's the trader? Just like trading is more about psychology than it is strategy, you can't have one without the other. Okay. Just like there's sometimes it might be the system, not the trader. Usually it's the other way around, right? Trading is probably 80% psychological. So if you need a winning system, you need something that is easy to learn. Should it be complicated? No, because then you're not going to be able to execute it. It's going to come time to trade. You're really not going to believe in yourself because you don't even understand your system. Why would you believe in yourself if you don't know what you're trading? It needs to be easy to trade. You need to be able to see the signal. Live markets, when the heat is on, there's money on the line. You need to be able to see it, and you need to be able to follow it. So if we're trading in the trade room, one of our priorities, aside from the fact that it has to be consistent, is that our traders need to be able to trade these trades. What good is it if I enter a trade and don't tell you what I'm doing? I've seen it. It's the weirdest thing to me. I'm like, how am I supposed to follow this trader if they don't even explain what the heck they're doing? What are they seeing? What are they going over? Like nothing. So when we call out a trade, we show the entry. Let's go back to yellow. We show the entry, target, stop, exact price. We say what the trade is. Is it a VWAP? Is it a CWAP? Where's the entry? What do we like about it? What makes us nervous? All of it. We go through everything together. Then we actually enter the trade. Then we track all of the trades. It's different. These are always placed in a SIM account in front of everybody. However, I can tell you that 95% of them, probably more than that, but at least 95% of them are copied to accounts. So they're real trades. Yeah. And if if you think there's pressure in trading real money, try trading in front of hundreds of traders. Let me tell you, then the pressure's really on. So no, these are real trades, and they do get copied. Yeah. But for the sake of privacy issues and not blurring the lines of being a trade advisor and regulations and all that stuff, it's just we just trade in SIM in front of everybody. Okay. All of those images that show the equity curves, those are all real. So in case you're wondering. Okay. It needs to always offer trades. What good is it if you don't get any trades? If you're sitting there 3 days a week, fumbling your thumbs going, I don't know what to do. Well, that's not going to do you any good. You need trades. You don't need 10 a day, but you need trades. So very important. Problem number 3, emotions. Traders want to remove the negative emotions. Well, unfortunately, you can't have the good without the bad. You don't want too much of the good or too much of the bad, right? If your emotional highs and lows are here and here, how do we get them from being there and there to being like there and there, right? How do we make them less emotional? Because you're never going to get rid of them entirely. You might have one day you're like, you fell off the bandwagon on that one. Here's my suggestion to you too. If you are noticing that you're getting emotional, stop trading. If you must trade, and actually I encourage this, trade in SIM the rest of the day. Go revenge trade to your heart's content. Just make sure that your trade copier is off and you're trading in SIM. Then go nuts. And then at the end of the day, you can reset that account and go, boy, I'm glad that wasn't real money. Okay, knock yourself out. What you need is to be able to manage emotions. You're never going to get rid of them. Then you'd be a robot and people would be like, who on earth are you? But we can help you learn how to manage those emotions. Balance the highs and the lows. Focus on the execution. Focus on a positive mindset. You take a stop out, cool. Shake it off. You're going to have those. Shake it off and move on to the next trade. We talk a lot about engineer versus technician. What happens is a lot of traders get emotional. What do? Well, there's this kind of trade over here, so I can just trade that one. Is it on your trade plan? If this beautiful looking trade is not on your trade plan, you cannot trade it. Because the time to be an engineer to come up with the trade plan is not when you're trading. When you're trading, you're a technician. When you're not trading, you're an engineer. The two do not match, ever. You don't trade when you're designing trade strategies and vice versa. There's a time to be an engineer, time to be a technician. Okay, we teach all this stuff too. Problem number 4, improved confidence. How do you get confidence as a trader? Well, you got to take winning trades. So how do you improve confidence before you enter the trade? And trades during the trade? How do you improve your confidence in your ability to execute and in your trades and in all of that? What you need to follow in the footsteps of somebody who is doing what you want to do. Seeing is believing. I have yet to meet a trader that says I made it entirely on my own. Nobody ever helped me, and I make consistent money every day, day in and day out. Haven't met that person. If that's you, be sure to let me know because I'd love to hear how you did it. We can agree that probably 99.9% of traders got help somewhere. They were able to follow somebody for a bit. Nobody goes out and just starts doing brain surgery or starts flying a plane without time in the seat where there's not money on the line, right? Or brains on the line. So what you need to be able to follow somebody who is doing these trades, executing them before you watch it happen, then you start doing it yourself, then you get better, then you improve, then you get good and you start making money. That's the process, okay? So it eliminates your second guessing. When it comes time to trade, you should never go, is this a trade? Is it not? Is it? I don't know. Don't take the trade because you're not ready. Eliminates fear of missing out because nobody else has taken the trade. If nobody's taken the trade, then you're not going to feel like you're missing out. You're going to be like, okay, they didn't take the trade. It worked. Great. We had a trade today that I sat out of. And I said, I'm glad it worked, even though I'm not in the trade. It's perfectly okay. Eliminates revenge trading. Because if you know that you can come in and you can trade with us every day, day in and day out, and that over the long run, you're going to be consistently profitable, what more can you ask for? You don't have to revenge trade. You don't have to self-sabotage. You don't have to overtrade. You don't have to try to save face and make it all back in the afternoon because most of the time, not every day, we've got some money on the table. Take it and run. And if you must continue trading beyond that when you're new, do it in sim or do it in a different account. Use this opportunity to make money in an account. The opportunity is there. It's right in front of you. Okay. Problem number 5, execution. You want flawless execution. You want more disciplined decision making. What you need is rules. If you don't have rules, then you are leaving it up to your own subjectivity to make a trading decision. That's probably the worst thing you can do. Traders are emotional. Why? Because they're human beings. Some days are good. They're feeling confident. They take a trade. Their subjectivity is right. Other days, subjectivity. Anyway, there's more letters. You know what I'm trying to say. Other days, no bueno. They're feeling terrible about themselves. They can't execute that trade to save their life because they're relying on their subjectivity to tell them what to do, and they're a train wreck. You cannot rely on that. When it comes time to trade, you need to be able to execute. Engineer, technician. What good is a technician if they don't have a plan? You're not going to put something together without a 300 piece, tool, or I don't know. You're putting together a dresser from IKEA without directions. Good luck. Sometimes it works. Usually not. What you need is rules, strategy, cheat sheets, rules based, 100% rules based, no subjectivity, or at least as little as possible. We have over a dozen winning setups, a dozen different cheat sheets. You get all of them. All of the rules are printed out, just like we saw in the other example. Cool. Sorry. So you get images, examples, you get this. We also go over these together as part of our program. Okay. So now we're going to go into kind of the last part of our time together here. First of all, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for spending time with us. Really appreciate you being here. So we're going to go through some questions. What are those questions? Well, I already got them. So we're going to go through a bunch. And then if you still have more at the end, of course, we'll answer. These are the questions. What our traders want to know is, what is your program? Does it work? How does it work? Is it going to work for me? What does it cost? What's your promise? How do I get started? Right? These are usually some pretty good questions we can answer. So let's do that together. By now, I would hope that we have demonstrated that it works. I hope. So we've got some examples here. Only 11 days in the gap trade room for a funded account. 11 days funded just by following the trades in the trade room. I've been trading for 8 years, multiple trade room strategies, indicators, blah, 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 blah. Thank you, Jim. Sean, NeuroStreet, proof of recent eval, more coming. NeuroStreet, solid guidance, worth every penny. Good stuff, right? These are traders that are getting funded. We have 1,300 reviews and more. They're good, not all good. Nobody's 100%, but they're very good. Our traders like us. Why? Because we take care of them, we do what we say we're going to do, and we help them. That's it. Bottom line. How many of your students become profitable? I don't know. I can't really quantify that number, but I can tell you it is far greater than traders who are trading on their own. Much, much, much better. And everybody's timing is different, so it's hard to say, and timing is different for everybody too. So, okay, how does it work? Here's our curriculum. We cover the foundations of trading: structure, multi-time frame analysis, liquidity and volume, order flow, price action, supply and demand, and order blocks, trade management, money management, because if you can't manage money, good luck with everything else. That's supposed to be a dollar sign. And psychology, discipline, and trader development, because if you can't manage yourself, nothing else matters. But we teach all of the very most important things that you need to know as a trader, everything you need to know, nothing that you don't. We wanted to fast track everything, give you everything you can get your hands on in a short amount of time. Let's get you up to speed. But more importantly, you don't have to know everything to be able to make money with us. We have this crazy idea that you should be able to come in, copy our trades, and you should be able to make money quickly, because nobody wants to sit here forever learning 20 different million things. And then, yeah, you get the idea. Okay. Intro course. If you're new to trading, foundations courses, because why not? You need to brush up on the foundations. Strategy courses, so you can learn how to trade the strategies. This is all on demand. Mastery level smart money concepts course. How many of you study smart money concepts? We have this down to a science. There are two things. There's art or there's science. We have it as science. What do I mean by that? Everything is rules-based. How many of you have ever seen an educator or an instructor that says, well, this is a pullback here, and this is a break there, and this is that, and how do you know? Well, I just see it. What do you mean you just see it? Well, I just see it because I've seen it enough times. So how am I supposed to see it? If I don't have rules, I can't see it. Okay, so we put everything into rules for you. These courses they're fantastic. You're going to love them. Liquidity course. Why does the market go up, 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 stop, down? Why does that happen? We'll teach you. Nothing's ever 100%, but we've got this stuff down to a science. So all this comes with, this is all on demand. Then we have a live trade room, two actually, one for stocks, one for futures. And we have VIP strategy classes. These are virtual live classes. So Zoom, okay? Will it work for me? Well, what's involved? On-demand learning, which we just looked at, intro and foundations as needed. Think of those as your encyclopedia. You're not going to watch everything. You're going to refer to them if you need them. Mastery Smart Money course. Please go through it. It's incredible. It's 11 videos. It doesn't take forever to get through, probably about a week to go through. Mastery level liquidity course. Again, 12 videos, probably take you about a week to get through it. Okay. really deep stuff. Trade room hours, futures is 8:55 to 11:30. That's Monday through Thursday. Stocks is 8:30 to 11. There's different kind of active times. Futures is going to be most active from 10 to 11:30. Stocks is going to be most active 8:30 to 10. Okay. VIP strategy classes, those are live. Futures is 1 p.m. on Wednesday. It's 90 minutes. Everything we do is recorded. So if you can't attend these, don't worry. You can watch them after the fact. And then if you have questions, you can reach out to the moderators and ask. Our curriculum for futures is about 16 weeks, about 16 classes, I would say, to get through all the curriculum. Okay. Stocks, 1 p.m. on Monday, probably closer to 60 minutes on those, most likely. And those are about 11 weeks worth. Just to give you some, people ask how long does it take to get through the classes. I would say do one a week. Like I say, you don't have to know all this stuff to make money with us. You don't. You can just copy our trades while you're learning, which is what's next, actually. Earn while you learn. We had a trader that came in and traded with us in the trade room and didn't even join yet and passed his eval and was like, I can't wait to join. This is amazing. I just passed my eval. And I was like, that's great. Imagine if we had a good day. So look, it's happening. Earn while you learn. You don't have to know everything. Come in, learn as you go, and take some trades while you're at it. Copy our trades. We're taking them. Mine as well. Okay, how many of you, this sounds like what you're looking for? Yes? Give me a yes. If you're out there and you're like, this is what I want. I am so interested in this. This is great. Cool. Good. We've worked very hard to put something together that I think is very, very special in the industry. So very good stuff. Okay, so let's go over cost. First off, what's included? You get intro courses, every asset class, foundation courses, every asset class, basic to advanced, strategy courses on scalping, day trading, swing trading, indicators and algos, price action, smart money course, liquidity and levels course. These are both mastery level courses, and then multiple live trade rooms. And those are the standard inclusions. Yeah, if you were to buy this stuff separately, you'd pay a bunch of money, and it's just to demonstrate some of the value. Private trading community. I waited until we got here because I was going to cover this anyway. We do have separate discords for members. They're not hugely active right now. However, they will be very soon. So it's great. But we do have a great community. I would say most of our traders are just hanging out in the trade room and kind of chatting that way. So that's probably where we're going to get the most activity. By the time the trade room's over, they're kind of like, I'm good. I got what I need for the day. But if you have questions, you're more than welcome to ask in there. And there's traders in there. But that's all private, just for members. We have pre-built workspaces, templates. I put the time together to make them. And Ethan does on the stock side. If we have them, they're yours. We'll give them to you. It's just a bonus. White glove onboarding and very, very tailored support. If you need help, reach out. You can reach out to our team anytime. We're very responsive. Strategy review. How many of you have ever had an instructor review their strategy, their trade plan, right? It's pretty rare. Usually you got to join some one-on-one coaching and you spend a fortune, and maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. You're at the mercy of the instructor who's teaching to be able to lead you. But we wanted to include this. This is really cool, is that once you have your strategy and your trade plan put together, you can send that in to us. We'll review it with you. We'll make sure everything's in there that needs to be. And if there's something missing, we can help you figure that out. Okay, so that's a cool bonus that we include there as well. All of the strategy cheat sheets, everything that we have, there's about, like I say, there's probably about a dozen of them. They're yours. They're included. Okay. Crypto. How many of you want to learn about crypto? Maybe you want to trade crypto. Maybe you want to invest in crypto. Maybe you just want to know what the heck a blockchain is. We've got a course built in here, all based on crypto. It's yours as part of the academy. And then futures class. These are the things that we cover. We've got 3 pillars of education: foundations, which we looked at. It was kind of like that pie chart. That's a terrible looking pie. And then advanced is going to be psychology, mindset, money management, how to get funded and stay funded. We are a prop educator. My gosh, we have to have this in here. Very important. Structure mapping, order block mapping, VWAP mapping. We'll go over that another time. And then all of our trade strategies. We go over each one of them as well. Top to bottom, we go through numerous examples. These classes are about 90 minutes each. So they're not surface level. These are like deep, but we're going to go there quick. We're going to get it done and we're going to move on with our life. Okay. Stocks. Here's our stocks, foundations, advanced trading strategies, similar approach. Okay. So the total for all the bonuses are probably about the same in value, a lot of value. We start looking at everything all, bundled together, you get quite a bit. The idea behind this program was to give you everything you could want out of learning how to trade, how to become a better trader, but getting there very quickly and getting guidance along the way. So we like to think there's a ton of value in there and a lot of opportunity. So what does it cost? Your final price, 93% off of the value. It's $19.90. $19.90. It's a one-time payment for the year, and then it renews annually if you want to at $295. So you get it for a year, and then if you want to keep going, it's only $295. So I like to think it's, we could charge more. We have actually in the past. We wanted to give a really, really great price so that you don't have to worry about getting involved and I got to save up money or I got to, worry about this thing or that. Just come in, trade with us. We can help you. We also offer a full refund if you're not completely satisfied. This is something that I haven't seen. It's something that we really wanted to offer just to put our money where our mouth is, like all the way around. Like we want to take away your risk as a trader. So if you show up for the trade room, you do the online education, you go through the strategy classes, you complete calls with an instructor, and you ask for help. If you do those things and you're still not successful or you're still not happy, we will give you a 100% refund. We'll even give you a $500 credit to use with any of our companies as a thank you and just to say, sorry, we wasted your time. We're going to give you an extra $500 to spend with us on top of giving you your money back. It's the only time I've seen this. I think it's really special that we're able to do this. We're not a one-trick pony. We're not just an academy. We do indicators and algos, and we have the crypto stuff, and we are starting a prop opportunity, and we just bought a trading platform. Like we're in all facets of the trading world. So point is we can help you, and we're able to do this because it's not our only stream of revenue as a company. So really good, really great opportunity. Your link to get started is right here. Okay, so I'm going to paste the link here momentarily. But first I want to run a poll. I just want to gauge some interest. Where is everybody at in the whole thing? Is this something that you're interested in? Maybe you have questions. Let us know where you stand just to give us some insight would be great. And then let me give you the link right now. I paste this in the chat box. There it is. We are saving this, and we'll get the recording out to you, Jose. No worries. Do you have to trade behind a VPS? You do not. It is entirely up to you. Some of our traders do. They like being closer to the servers, and they like not having to rely on their machine in case something goes down. But it's up to you. You don't have to. So there's the link. It's going to look like this. You'll see all the inclusions and everything's in there, and then $295 a year after that. So yeah. So there you go. You can do PayPal if you want to do PayPal. It's right there. You can do credit cards, whatever you want to do. And just go ahead and check out, and we'll see you in there. It's really been great. We've had a lot of fun with this, and lately I think we're kind of hitting a good stride. Yeah, some really good things coming. Recommend prop firms. Yeah, we have a number of them that we refer to. I'll pull them up and we'll look at them. Let's go in here. So if you go to partners, some of them have discounts built in, so be sure to use these. Trade Funder. We had a question earlier. I'm sorry I missed it earlier. There are prop firms for stocks. Trade Funder will fund stocks traders and options. They do offer funding for futures as well, but stocks and options is kind of their main. Nobody else does it, so as far as I know. Apex is a good one. Little minor data issues lately over the last, I don't know, a couple months or so, intermittent, but otherwise they're a great outfit. Top Step, Lilu, Earn to Trade, Lux for Forex, One Up. Tick Tick Trader's a good one. I like those guys. I think they've got some good things they're doing over there. There's some other cool stuff in here. Fiddlecrest is another one. If you need a trading computer, you get a little discount, $100 off. Might as well take it. There's some different discounts in here. ETP is the trade copier I was telling you about. That thing is cool. Probably the best money you'll spend on trading. Neural Tracker is really cool. It's our sister company of sorts. These guys do brain training. I think NASA actually reached out to them. they called him when I was talking with the owner there. They called him and said, "Yeah, this is NASA," and he's like, thinking it's a joke. It was not a joke, actually, and it was really them. Trader View is really cool. If you guys need a great trader journal, these guys are awesome. A really, really solid program. That's like all the graphs that you saw. That's from Trader View. So there's a bunch of stuff in here, resources and things like that. Yeah, the trade copier is ETP. I'll show you. Expert trading programmers. We do get a discount, so be sure to go through our website if you decide to buy it. You get, I think, 25% off, something like that. Apparently my internet is not wanting to go there. There it goes. Yeah, so these guys, platformless trade copier, overview, purpose, benefits. This is kind of an inner page, it looks like. Let's go to this. What's this? Yeah, there we go. Kind of shows you a little bit about how it works. It's pretty slick. I mean, I got it up and running. I was like, this is solid. CQG better than Rhythmic, more stable. It depends. It really depends. I think a lot of the issues that quote unquote Rhythmic has been with, shall we say, certain prop firms that may tend to get overloaded with lots of traders when they tend to run really big sales. Hint, hint. The other ones haven't really had much of an issue with Replicanto, so it's hard to say. I mean, CQG is great. It's totally fine. Rhythmic is fine most of the time otherwise, though. So it's hard to say. Replicanto is great for Ninja, yeah. Ninja will usually only let you connect to one prop firm at a time, though. So that's the downside, I guess, to Replicanto, if any. But Replicanto is great. I have it. I use it. It's totally fine. I've used it for years. Yeah, cool. Good stuff. Anybody have any other questions? I'm going to post that link again for you to get started. If you have questions in the poll, I'll reach out to you. Those of you that said you're interested, I'll send you a link again as well to your email. I'm here to help you throughout. As I mentioned, I'm the head of education here. I run our futures trade room as well, and I love it. And I'm so excited that we've got something so special, I think, and I think a lot of our traders agree. So yeah, really, really great community too. The environment in the trade room is very positive, like a lot of great traders encouraging each other, and yeah, it's solid. So yeah, sounds good. If there's any other questions you think of, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, we'll see you in the trade rooms. We'll see you, of course, tomorrow. We're going to be in the trade room, and then we won't be back until next week because we don't trade on Fridays. Of course, Thursday's a holiday, so just bear in mind. Cool. Is there people who can help get the trade copier, get it set up? I don't know, Shane. That might be in the realm of possibility. I don't know how big ETP's support staff is, but they do have a video series that shows you how to set it up. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. Yeah, we don't run the room on Fridays. The trades are still fine if you want to trade them on Fridays, give you a chance to kind of practice on your own. I would say trade in sim on Fridays until you're comfortable, you know. Yeah. Yep. Just not enough time in a day, you know. So we take that day to get kind of caught up and do meetings and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Cool. Well, my American friends out there, all of you have a wonderful Independence Day. Be safe. Don't go blowing up your hands or anything crazy. Have a good time. Don't get too much sunburn and don't get hungover. What else? Yeah, no, enjoy it. And all the Canadians out there, hopefully you had a good Canada Day. So cool. I think that's going to do it. I think we covered everything. So awesome. Thanks again for spending time with us, guys. Really appreciate having you here. We know it's time's hard to come by. And so for you to be here live with us in person really means a lot. And so thanks for being here. So, and everybody watching the recording, thank you as well. So cool. Awesome. Traders, have a fantastic day. Have a great fourth, have a great weekend, and we'll see the rest of you tomorrow. So cheers until then. Take care, everybody.